Hello everyone, my name is Samuel Bonamigo. I am the VP EMEA South at Google Cloud, and I'm pleased today to be with Eric Marquiol, Digital Officer of Industry 4.0 at Renault. Thank you, Eric, for being with us. And we would like to talk about a unique partnership between Google Cloud and Renault. We have communicated a year ago about this partnership, and I would like Eric to discuss and talk today about the way we are running the Industry 4.0 at Renault. And this is a massive opportunity for you, for us. And could you please maybe tell us a little bit more how the technology helps you to run your business at scale?
Okay, thank you, Samuel, for giving me this opportunity. We started the Industry 4.0 program about 3 years ago in Renault. It's a quite large program across all our industry activities. We have plants in all countries, and our transformation is not to implement one small proof of concept somewhere in one shop. What we wanted is really at scale deployment to have the full benefit of this transformation. So that's why we started innovation in all our plants, bringing at the front men and women of Renault, because our strong belief is that the transformation should help our teams with the digital. It's not techniques for performance, it's really digital transformation to help Renault employees to foster and to thrive with those new tools.
Eric, thank you very much for the great insights. I like to go back to the transformation at Renault and what we call Industry 4.0. Could you please maybe share with all of us the key pillars and what does it mean for Renault?
Yes, we have 5 pillars for this transformation. To give you an overview of those pillars, we started with what we call connected people. Connected people is giving the ability of all our employees to have wireless instant access to existing legacy information. For example, I am a supervisor on the line. Previously, I had one software for HR information, another one for maintenance, another one for quality. What we have done is using new apps centered on the user to give him all the information he wanted directly on the line, not at his desk, but directly on the Gemba in front of the shop floor to give him full access of relevant information. So that's the first pillar. Second one is a real-time data-driven operation. This one is more on a bigger transformation of all our old legacies. What I mean by all legacies is manufacturing execution system, warehouse management system that we are completely refurbishing with top-of-the-edge solutions. The third pillar is about full track and trace, how we can have full traceability and tracking of physical assets inside our plant, inside our supply chain. Fourth one is about flexibility, how the world is changing very quickly, and we wanted this pillar to help the digital transformation to have more flexibility in the production, in interaction we have our supplier and inside our line. So really how digital can give us with collaborative tools and prediction tools ability to be more flexible. The last one is about what we call process 4.0. It's really at the heart of our equipments, how we can use the data to, and it will be one of the very important topics about our partnership, how we can use the data to process it to avoid a breakdown, energy optimization, and also. Inside this pillar, we also have what we foster about 3D printing and global, I would say, numerical design and seamless conception from the first drawing of the design of a car to the industrialization in our lines. So that's globally the 5 key pillars we have, and it is quite important for us to be able to scale it across all our 39 plants.
Yeah, I fully understand because, of course, Renault runs the business at scale. And I would like to go back to the partnership between Google and Renault. And you talked about the people, you talked about the data, you talked about the processes. And of course, we started this partnership a few years ago. We have communicated a year ago, but going back to the technology and going back to the data, could you please maybe elaborate how do you leverage the solutions from Google and how it helps you to improve your processes?
About 2 years ago, when we were trying to work on this pillar process 4.0, we had a big issue of capturing the data from our equipment. And there was no solution on the market, and we decided to build something in Renault Technology Labs. It was a great success. So I would say the first matter of the data from robots, from machining center, from stamping press, we were able to make it. But going at scale, giving full access at this data in all our plants, having very efficient tools to do some predictive activity, it was not something that we succeeded. And it was a big, I would say, not a big wall, but something that was really a pain for us. That's why we decided to go to the partnership with Google team. And I think it's really a win-win because we have this ability and the knowledge, the deep knowledge of what is inside our equipment, how we can build data models very efficient from our equipment. And then we use Google Cloud technology to store it, to contextualize, and to be able to process it at a large scale all across our plants in all Renault industry scope.
Thank you very much. I like very much the win-win approach and the way the two teams are working together. Of course, you talked about the data and the way we are supporting Renault to scale the business worldwide. But Google is also tech about innovation. Yeah. And we are working end-to-end on how to leverage the innovation. And let's say we can talk about machine learning, artificial intelligence, and maybe if you can go maybe into 1 or 2 use cases just to share with us the way you are leveraging the technology and our solutions to improve your businesses. And if you have 1 or 2 use cases that you will be able to share, it will be much appreciated.
Yeah. To explain some use cases, first I would start with not very advanced data usage, only bringing the data for all the supervisor, the technician airlines was really in itself a breakthrough. And for example, in body shop, we started to acquire the data from the robots to try to predict robots breakdown. But doing so, in fact, we acquire many other data that were completely relevant to other topics that we didn't catch at the beginning. And it was when we put the data on the table, clearly visible with the tools you provided to our teams in the plant, we discovered gold mines, I would say, or gold nuggets, for example, for bottleneck reduction, cycle time improvement in our plants. So it's for each plant is about 2, 3, 4, 5 million euros of savings that we are able to implement. This is one type of the use case. It's not, I would say, heavy machine learning tools, but in our industry, giving full access to a complex environment as a body shop is really a game changer for us. Another example is about traceability and deep traceability we are able to implement, for example, for our new gearbox production for our e-tech vehicle in one plant called Ruitz. We were able to use the data not only for quality traceability, but to improve our process. And that's always the same story. We capture the data from one topics, and then we find 1, 2, 3, 5 more use cases with even much more money savings or efficiency for us than the initial idea. So that's why we wanted clearly to push and to extend this activity across all our plants. And what is very interesting with what we have built, the data standard in Renault and the Google Cloud, is the fact that we can copy and paste very easily from one plant or one shop to another. When I have a winning solution, I can easily take the solution and put it from Valladolid to Curitiba, from Romania to France, and vice versa.
Eric, thank you very much, because by sharing in total transparency the different business cases or use cases, it looks like we helped and we supported Renault to improve your businesses from a cost efficiency,
Yeah.
from a productivity also efficiency. But I know also that quality is a must at Renault. And could you please also share how, by leveraging the machine learning and the vision, by leveraging the camera, we are working together in improving the quality of your vehicles?
Yeah, that's clearly very interesting and promising topics. We are using, I would say, vision camera since a long time in the auto industry to check quality, but it's quite first a very heavy implementation. We take a very long time to implement it when we have a quality issue, and it's very it costs us a lot. So what's the promising of data with intensive AI is just implementing one or two cameras, and with very simple or edge technology provided by Google and that we put in our plants, is to divide the cost and the time of implementing by 10. So it could be really for us a game changer in the speed of implementation of these quality checks, and also the cost of those quality checks.
Oh, thank you very much. And I will say, since the beginning, we talked about the 5 key pillars of Industry 4.0 at Renault. We talked about how the people are very important in order to manage the transformation. Of course, how do we leverage together the technology, data, machine learning, artificial intelligence in the way to transform and go to this Industry 4.0 strategy. But let's say, looking forward, because this partnership is nearly a couple of years between the two companies, but I know that some of the areas are key for Renault, like sustainability. So would you be able to share also with all of us your point of view on how sustainability matters at Renault and what we are potentially working on together on this area?
Yeah. One of the important next step is that, as you said, about the data for all program. We don't want to have only experts or data analysts or data scientists to be able to leverage the power of data. So one of the key topics we are working together is how we can train each engineers, each technician to be able to use the simple tools, I would say self-service analytics for everybody. What we are doing with Excel before, or with very simple tools, we want to have the power of big data tools that could be on use of people that are not data scientists. So it's really, I think, a big transformation to give the power of doing and using the data to all our operations. So in our plants, in supply chain, or in the process engineering teams that thinks ahead on new lines. Your question about sustainability is really a great concern for us, and that's why we are doing together, I would say, two programs. One which is already well advanced is about energy savings in our paint shops. So it's a very intensive activity that we are doing together. And it takes quite long because we are not talking about brand new lines. The beauty of it is not to say that we had to scrap everything and rebuild completely new plants. It's how we can use old paint lines and put them to full modernity and have 10%, 20% of energy savings consumption with the advanced AI tools. And that's what we are doing together. Another promising topic for sustainability is how we can leverage Google ecosystems of startup, of external, to find new savings in energy, in the energy fields. So we wanted to organize together a hackathon to open with all the Google ecosystem and Renault ecosystem to serve to this goal.
No, I will say we are nearly out of this very interesting discussion. So at Google also sustainability is definitely a hot topic. We are going to be carbon free by 2030. It's a commitment from the corporation. And we are glad working with a large company like Renault, very innovative company. I would say thank you very much for the partnership with us. Partnership, it's also about the technology, but also about people. And by being with us, you clearly show the commitment of Renault in this partnership. That's the beginning of a strategic journey between the two companies. And thank you very much for sharing in total transparency the different insights concerning the key pillars of the Industry 4.0 and the way Google is supporting Renault and Renault is working with Google to transform or to digitally transform Renault in multiple areas. We talked about the people, we talked about the data, we talked about the machine learning, we talked about the sustainability, and clearly we have multiple streams ahead of us to extend the partnership. And I don't know if you want to say a final word.
Yeah, thank you, Samuel, for this small interview. I think it's really a big journey. It's a very nice transformation, very motivating for all our teams. And I think it will help Renault, but not only Renault, but globally the industry.
Eric, thank you very much for being with us, and thank you very much for watching us.